The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect...
It's Luis Suarez! It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Melbourne City are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And that is well cleared. He'll try from distance. Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Olise. Vieira calmly anticipates. Kukcu. Mbappe. Soma. Soma running at top gear. That's good play. And the shot! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
And it's Messi. Knocks it into... It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now it's Mbappe. Vieri. That looks a good ball through. Nedved.
They've got to make this nice and quick. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And Hullet! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they're threatening to fly away here. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Can he finish? And the keeper threw out a limb.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's there to get it away. Messi. And here's Suarez.
Suarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Xavi Alonso. And it's Nedved. And it's Luis Suarez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Olise. And the counter is on. Soma. Mbappe. Mbappe! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Defending of the desperate variety. Bullet, who can single-handedly make a difference. And he's picked out the run. Picked out brilliantly by... And the referee has blown for half-time. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Colorado Springs, looking like the only team in this. They lead by 3. So straight into the second half. Luis Suarez. And this is Hullet. Takes the shot! Keeper's not concerned by that.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Suarez has the space to scheme. Oh, super ball! Kukcu. Dumfries carries the ball down the right. And it's Nedved. Aimed beyond the defence. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing. And Hullet! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Corner number 2 then.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Melbourne City are looking to go forward now. And no, that was never going to make it. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Luis Suarez. Time and again they are repelled. Kukcu. And here's Mbappe. And he's got away from it. Bergomi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that could set him on his way. Pass is just off target. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Colorado Springs have themselves a chance from the spot. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. David Villa, Jim, a little gem amongst strikers.
Yeah, and I think there are probably two things that set him apart, Peter. First, the ability to mould himself into any formation the team wants, often ploughing a lone...
Shapes to shoot! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Ibrahimovic! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Driven forward. Pullet chasing after it.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Cruyff. And it's Cruyff. In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. Nedved. And here's Suarez. And this is Hullet.
Colorado Springs really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And here's Hullet. And that has been knocked clear. Beckham. That's really nicely played. Hullet.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Beckham. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Cruyff. Olise. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Pinches it off him. And it's Cruyff. Nice bit of trickery. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it takes the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Suarez is offering a wry smile there.
Bergomi gets across to intercept that. This is a promising build-up. And here's Cruyff. Cruyff gets on his bike and on the move. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, good read.
That was well.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Colorado Springs trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And we get things going again.
Colorado Springs really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, give it away. And he's managed to get free. Chance for a shot! And that's in. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
A horrible blip. A moment they could well have done without.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Van Dijk has a look up and drives it forward. Bangladesh are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
It's Adriano! And it's in! And the comeback is complete!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Nedved is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Adriano.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
It's run loose here. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Colorado Springs clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Vieira. Now it's Pato. De Gea claims comfortably. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Colorado Springs clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's found a way past. He has found the way through. Nice interception, well timed. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Colorado Springs really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Van Dijk cuts it out. And that will be the final act. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Pato taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, what a difference a half can make, Peter. And the second half saw this team full of courage and energy. It's very impressive how this team turned.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Now it's Kukçu.
Kukçu really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Bullet!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
He won't be happy with that one. Ambrosini cuts out the pass. So we're still where we started right now. Nicely weighted ball. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Del Piero unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Kukçu can see things others simply cannot. That's been cut out, well played. Goulart going face to face with his great rival. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. He'll fancy himself from here. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Goulart! What a save from Peter Schmeichel! Well, now it's a race. Oh, what has happened here? Zanetti delivers. They get a throw in. Costa Curta makes the interception. Looking for the run. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, easy pickings there. Nedved. Now it's Del Piero. And it's Nedved.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Dani Olmo.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Can he get it through? Oh, shooting chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Colorado Springs are looking to go forward now. And this is Hullet. And it's Hullet. And the shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Towering header! Goal! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Colorado Springs have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Colorado Springs coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Colorado Springs are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Great vision. That is a great pick out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Shevchenko. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Real chance! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Middlesbrough have their second corner now. Terrific effort! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Now it's Hullet. Foot in. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Messi. And Hullet! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Messi. And here's Hullet. No, he's had it taken off him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can hurt with their backs to goal.
That's a little off target.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now. Takes a shot! And that's a sharp finish. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Colorado Springs are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now. And surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Xabi Alonso gets a foot in here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Zanetti. Kukçu. Hullet. Messi. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Hullet voted man of the match. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Given the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
The very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
Bergomi spots it and intercepts. Doué. Mateus! Oh, off the bar! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he doesn't half hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
Argentina with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Vieira. Xavi Alonso. Here's Vieira. And it's Xavi Alonso. And it's Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cruyff is fouled. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Nedved! Chance! He scored! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Colorado Springs have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Doué scooting forward. Looking for the run. Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that has left him in a heap. And here's Hullet. And Hullet! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
There's the header! And he's quick to get rid. Colorado Springs do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
That is good alertness. Luis Suarez. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shevchenko gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well timed, excellent interception. Doué played out to the left flank. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Colorado Springs coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither...
Bullet! Mateus conjures time and space where few can. Xavi Alonso. And this is Hullet. Doué. That's the throw. And it's Batistuta. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Colorado Springs are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Xavi Alonso. Shevchenko. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Cruyff. Argentina appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And it's Hullet. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Shevchenko. Played out towards the right wing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Ribery with a real chance here. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Ribery! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Not a bad try by any means.
Well, Peter, sometimes that happens. You get a great connection, and yet that proves to be the problem. It was too good to go in.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Bale. Marquinhos promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Olmo.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. Colorado Springs nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Caceres, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Well, that's cause for mild irritation. Dani Olmo for Xavi Alonso. Now he's had it taken off him. And that will be the final act. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Madrid have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Reminders of a golden...
Decent chance! That is special! Gareth Bale!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good. Very good.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He is through here. Always onto this. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Tries to pass it through. Pass is just off target. Bastoni. And Adams. Quarter of an hour played. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Colorado Springs are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best.
And pull it! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, great leap! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Now, can they get him away? Perez. Perez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Bale. Can he get on the end of this? Very nearly half an hour gone here. Pull it. And here's Cruyff. Pull it. That's going to go a long way. Nicked it back promptly. And here's Hullet. Lovely. Hullet! And yes, it's there! They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Colorado Springs restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And it's Nedved. And that's been intercepted. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for the run. That is a great pick out. Ah, that's a fine interception.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Xavi Alonso. Well, they've got it again. Has a look and place it forward. Nedved threads one in. He's had a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. Colorado Springs get the second half going. And it's Cruyff. And here's Hullet. And Hullet! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Hullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Dani Olmo. Now it's Mbappe. He's got away. Oh, well played. Madrid are very much a team that like to work off a central target. Is that how you see them, Jim?
Yeah, I agree with that, Peter. They seem to have the right personnel, certainly on the delivery front. I'm sure there's a trigger to this, whether it's someone opening up the passing lanes or making a move into the box.
Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. Grealish. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Hullet. Bellingham. Almost an hour gone. Nedved. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Nedved. Cruyff might just make this. Bellingham. And the pass is intercepted. Lovely, now then. Xavi Alonso. And they can counter here. Now it's Hullet. And it's Cruyff. Dani Olmo. Sané. Van Dijk cuts it out. Cleared without hesitation. Xavi Alonso. And here's the chance to counter. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Now it's Cruyff. Nicely weighted ball. And the shot, Cruyff! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Bellingham. Now it's Sané. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get it through? Bellingham. Out of play for a goal kick. Time for a change in personnel. Just 5 minutes left. Grealish, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And this is Adriano. Takes a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Dani Olmo getting this one clear.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then.
Well, a quick look at this lineup, and Pavel Nedved jumps higher than the rest.
Yeah, he'll be involved in more or less everything they try to do going forward.
Yeah, he has all the ingredients to serve up something delicious, and we can feast our eyes on a truly great competitor.
Pepe makes the interception. While quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's shifting through the gears here. And he'll try from distance. Mighty close.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
And it's Ibrahimovic. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And Del Piero! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Colorado Springs really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Towering header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
He's rising! Just not quite happening for him just now. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And here's Hullet.
Miami always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Del Piero! Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Del Piero. Tries a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Nedved is offering a right smile there.
So, third corner of the game. Terrific effort! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
He's had it taken off him. Half an hour played now. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Zanetti. And here's Suarez. Roberto Carlos. Now Thiago.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Skillfully cut out. He is so... Oh, he's having a go! Messi! Genius! About as smooth as it gets. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Roberto Carlos crosses it in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Cruyff. Aimed beyond the defence. Schmeichel clears. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Colorado Springs come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period. Chance for a shot! And it's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect.
Messi! That's a decent clearance.
Colorado Springs have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Zanetti delivers. Pepe attempts a clearance and a shot! And that has fair fizzed.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Ibrahimovic. Oh, well played. And he's heaved it away. Xavi Alonso. Pinches it off him. And it's Messi. Shevchenko. Shot goal! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Shevchenko really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Robertson with the short one. He's having a shot! And yes, it's there! Into the lead once more. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Gerrard. And here's the chance to counter. And there's green grass ahead of him. And this is Adriano.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's found a way through. Oh, he's great chance! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter. But you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Nedved. Now it's Pato. Pato stood his ground strongly. Pato! Messi clears without hesitation. Ibrahimovic. Stojkovic. And this is Ibrahimovic. And we're done. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
Well, this fellow, Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic and a footballing sense, of course.
Yeah, and I think he'll prove key if they're looking to play on the break here. You won't get many players who are better than him in terms of ball winning, and it's all going to be about how quickly they can turn things around once they've got the ball.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Xavi Alonso. And here's Tevez. Nedved. Goes looking wide. Bernardo Silva. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nedved. Bernardo Silva. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Beckham. Thinks about the shot. Vieira.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
He's shifting through the gears here. Raul. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Good take, and is he in? Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Could move up a gear here. Raul going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, delightful ball. Great chance! And one more try! And he's there to get it away. Baresi. That's Beckham. And here's Bernardo Silva.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Nicely weighted ball. Shot could be on. And he's straight offside. Adriano, and it's Cruyff. Bernardo Silva is the team's great visionary. Now it's Del Piero. Stood up well to him there. Bernardo Silva. Tevez. He's got plenty of space out wide. He's had a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Raul is offering a wry smile there.
Oh, that's well spotted. And the referee says that is that for the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Takes the shot! Totti. That's a good run down the left. And here's Forlan. Tevez. John Surely! Superb goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Tries to pass it through. And here's Totti, cross to the back, and a header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Cruyff, and this is Adriano. Adriano! Adriano! What a goal! A finish right from the top draw. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So they have it all to do again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Ball in towards the middle. Maldini getting this one clear. Cruyff proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Totti. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. So changes a foot here, and from both sides.
Colorado Springs clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
That's a shade optimistic. And it's Hullet. Now that looks a decent ball. He's being urged, shapes to shoot! And he's heaved it away. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Dani Olmo. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Messi. Great vision. Chiellini can clear it away. Out again for a throw-in. That is lovely. Now then, the ball's come loose. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. Pepe completing his first century of appearances here today, and that has not gone unnoticed.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Lobbed in behind. Nicely worked. And he was quick to react. And he's intervened well there. And it's Messi. Messi. Neymar. Juve. This might spell danger. Goes for a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And this is Neymar. Oh, that's a Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez! It's a beauty! About as smooth as it gets. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Colorado Springs are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Tries to pass it through. Well read. Nice interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, that was vital. And this is Neymar. Real chance! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Right card is there, and he can pick it up.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
This is a promising build-up. Now it's Messi. Odo. Colorado Springs.
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Now it's Messi. Neymar. And that's been intercepted. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Messi. He is through here. Showing good feet. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's on it. Can he get away? And he's in. It's Neymar! And he hits the net. 2 up now, and they are cruising. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're very much on the way now.
Claude Makelele.
He's had a shot! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well read, nice interception. Makelele. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, there's a probing ball. And the counter is on. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Rafinha. And he's managed to get free. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Hullet. Bruno Fernandes. Maldini cuts out the pass.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot.
Hullet! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that's really well manoeuvred. Looking for options for movement.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Opts for safety. Messi. Short changes him with that pass. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. No way through. Judge, surely! He's got a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Liverpool are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
It's Griezmann! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Griezmann clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
The ball's gone astray. And this is Messi. He's through here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
Yeah, that's such a good position too.
Nedved! He doesn't look too happy with that. And this is Hullet. Hullet! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Impressive jump! And it's a goal! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move, and Met it perfectly.
Colorado Springs with the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Oh, that's a key interception. And the referee says that is that for the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Colorado Springs are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. So we're underway for the second half. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Villa. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. It's Nedved!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He leaps for it! And a neat finish! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Colorado Springs now in a position far more desirable.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Lam.
Such good technique.
He has found the way through. And he's there to clear it. So will they make it count again? And that has been cleared. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Makalele. Makalele really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to...
Collar! Oh, super goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Colorado Springs, palpably stronger, better. There's the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Just cruising! They are cruising! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Decent chance! Brilliant from Lopez! He's got himself an absolute peach. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Liverpool still making a fight of this. Very nicely done. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Fermin proves just a little bit too strong. Lam. Now it's Messi. And it's Lam. He is through here. Tries the cross. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Probably be looking to play it square from here. And that has been knocked clear. And he's had it nicked away. Lam got a long way forward to join the attack. And he's intervened well there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Liverpool clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Makaleli. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nedved. That looks a good ball through. Upamecano. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Colorado Springs really have hit the heights. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So off we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game and I can't...
Chance! And it's come back out to him. It's there!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
So, a breakthrough already. And here's Suarez. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Zico. Zico is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And it's Luis Suarez. That has been slung wide. Suarez has it in a wide position. Diving header! And that's a sharp finish. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
Yeah, a diving header is always a pleasurable sight, and that was just about perfect.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And this is Nedved. They're urging him to shoot. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bale. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Suarez. And the pass is intercepted. Bale. Luis Suarez.
There they go, hunting again.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. Knocks it into space. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that's a good ball. There's the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Colorado Springs with the corner, they're first. Oh, great leap! Not a bad try by any means.
Vieira certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And he cuts out the supply. Xavi Alonso played into space. Oh, that's well spotted. And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Colorado Springs really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So straight into the second half. Maldini makes the interception. Colorado Springs do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nedved. Looking for the run. Vieira. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must... Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's in one on Griezmann! And yes, it's there! And the comeback is complete. Colorado Springs leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! And now they can clear their lines. That is good strength. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Ibrahimovic. Griezmann. And it's Del Piero. Nedved is onto this. Nedved! And that really should have been that.
Nedved has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Corner number 2 then. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Luis Suarez. It's run loose here. Long ball by the goalkeeper. The final 5 minutes. No way through. Aimed beyond the defence. Bale is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And this is Zico.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And that will be it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We're up and running then.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence. There's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Looking to play him in. Pass is just off target.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, look at the space here. And a chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Eto might just make this. Colorado Springs, still without a single shot on target. Now it's Cruyff, and this is Hullet. Hullet!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
And they've got rid. And here's Del Piero. Hullet is flagged offside. Now it's Cruyff. And he's intervened well there. Oh, there's a probing ball. Looking for the run. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And they've got a throw. Nedved. And he was quick to react. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And it's Cruyff.
Colorado Springs have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So nothing to report so far on the goals front.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. We're on the move again.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Oh, that's fabulous. Shevchenko engages and forces him off the ball. Nedved. Cruyff plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Milan have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and And they can keep it up late into a game too.
Oh, well played. He got back really well.
Shevchenko really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Zaire Emery. And that is headed for the middle. Tries to get it clear. Now it's Del Piero.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Neatly. Del Piero. He's through. Shoots! And that's a tidy finish. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Colorado Spring. Real chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Milan with the corner. They're first. Schmeichel claims comfortably.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, easy pickings there. Colorado Springs, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0.
Colorado Springs surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shevchenko. Great vision. And that's a nicely shaped ball. Nedved. Now it's Del Piero. Now it's Hullet. Silvestre cuts it out. Cruyff.
Colorado Springs nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And Hullet! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Hullet has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget.
And that is as far as it goes. Colorado Springs have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
Yeah, nothing quite like him in the mod. And he's decided to go for it. That's got him rattled. Gilberto Silva. And it's Zanetti. Good running, strong and purposeful. Aimed beyond the defence. He is through here. Cruyff going face to face with his great rival. And a chance! And he's done it! What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Bangladesh finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Totti, good challenge, excellent challenge.
Really well played, he read that perfectly.
Now it's Gullit. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Well, that is one way to stop him. That's very neat. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Cruyff. Colorado Springs do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Cruyff, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Strong running down that left flank. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Zanetti cuts it out. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Stood up well to him there. Well read, nice interception. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Totti. Half-time getting close now. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Gullit.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Totti. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Gullit. And that brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Colorado Springs come in leading by just the odd goal.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Colorado Springs are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Colorado Springs leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And the pass is intercepted. And that's really well manoeuvred. And here's Gullit. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. And here's Suarez. Still just a single goal between the sides. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Puyol is the guilty party there. Referee's come over. It's a red card. Bangladesh are down to 10 men. So we have movement on both benches. Bangladesh are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Xavi Alonso, searching pass he's played there. Inzaghi! Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Cruyff. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Bangladesh with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Gilberto Silva herring after the ball here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Nedved.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he was quick to react.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
It's gone out for a throw-in. And here's Messi. And he's had it nicked away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Inzaghi. He has found the way through. Goes for a shot! Oh, good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Colorado's chance for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper...
And he shoots! Lacking in accuracy. Now that's well seen too. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Plays a sharp little ball here. He has a look up. He's found some space. He's having a shot! Well taken goal. And that really is so impressive. That's that, the end. Colorado Springs are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Newcastle have opted to go 3-4-3 by the looks of it here, Jim.
Well, Peter, in opting for this system, there's a confidence that stems from the manager and flows through his players. This is a team with courage to get on the ball and look to entertain with an abundance of goals. Plan B is for someone else. This team will stick to their plan A, and if it's not working, they'll persist until they get it right.
And the keeper beats it away. Colorado Springs have the chance to go the other way. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I think the role Jude Bellingham will be given will be important here. He's like a combination of a number 8 and a number 6. Great defensively, very aggressive too in going after the ball. But he's also a very neat dribbler. So not the type to stay put, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of that today.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now it's Rivaldo. Knocks it into space. That is a brilliant interception. Vieira.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
McAllister. Bellingham. And that's a good... Rivaldo! Xabi Alonso can get it clear. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Newcastle definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Rivaldo. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Bergomi. Half an hour played now. And here's Stoichkov. Oh, right place, right time.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Cruyff. And here's Hullet. Bellingham. This is a promising build-up. Rivaldo. Oh, nicely intercepted. Nedved. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Great vision. He can run onto that. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Maldini clears it away. Xavi Alonso. McAllister. Neymar. He's found... It's Neymar! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How would you review the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very well. Here's a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Suarez is offering a wry smile there.
Oh, great leap! Superb goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Colorado Springs have fired themselves in front.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Now it's Rivaldo. Deftly away. And they're back on the ball again. That's a pretty loose pass. And it's Neymar. And this is Rivaldo.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Rivaldo. He won't be happy with that one. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
McAllister. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. 1-0 the score. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Referee has just said play on. And he's running through. Big chance! And that's a sharp finish. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And yes, it's him again. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And it's Neymar. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Cruyff. Over to the right flank. He has found the way through. Xabi Alonso delivers. Van Dijk gets it away. Ball's gone out of play. And here's Nedved. And that interception was most necessary. And that has put paid to that. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Now it's Rivaldo. Rivaldo! And the keeper has reacted superbly. And that's it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and...